Welcome to the deep dive. It's pretty hard to ignore AI these days, isn't it?
I feel.
Feels like it's sort of quietly changing so much about our daily lives, often in, places we might not even think about.
Oh, absolutely. We're really talking about a fundamental shift. And today we're taking a deep dive into exactly how artificial intelligence is, well, radically reshaping digital marketing.
And also where the money's going, right? Where those significant investments are flowing because of this change.
Precisely. That's a key part of it.
And for this deep dive, we're using a really, really insightful source. It's a new article from Market Pulse.
Hot off the presses.
Yeah, it's called The AI Content Revolution: Why Digital Marketing Spend is Shifting and Where to Invest. Just came out June 28th, 2025.
Good timing.
So our mission today for you listening is pretty clear. We want to pull out the most important nuggets from this source, give you a clear, concise handle on AI's impact on marketing right now.
Yeah, what it means for business, where the smart strategies are, maybe where to invest.
Exactly. And also the challenges, because it's not all smooth sailing. Basically, this is your shortcut to getting genuinely well informed on this. It's crucial stuff.
Okay, so let's jump in. What's actually driving this AI explosion in marketing? Market Pulse gives us some pretty fascinating stats right away.
Yeah, they really highlight how common these tools are now, sometimes in ways you wouldn't expect. They're 2025 data. The numbers are quite something.
They really are. So get this, 50% of marketers are using AI for actual content creation.
Like emails, SEO stuff.
Exactly. Emails, SEO content. But then slightly more, 51%, are using it for content optimization.
Ah, okay. So tweaking keywords, personalizing things.
Right, making the content work harder. But the really big number is personalization for customer experiences.
Okay, what's that figure?
A full 73%, that's huge.
Yeah.
Three-quarters of marketers are using AI to tailor experiences.
Wow, 73%. That tells a story, doesn't it?
It really does.
Uh-huh.
It suggests AI's biggest perceived value isn't just churning out words, but enhancing that customer relationship, making it feel more personal, but at scale.
That makes sense. It's not just replacing people, it's maybe augmenting what they can do.
Precisely. And there are other uses, too. 45% use AI for brainstorming ideas, like a creative partner.
Interesting. So idea generation, too.
Yeah. And for bigger companies, enterprises, a pretty significant chunk, 30% of their outbound marketing messages, now entirely AI generated.
30%. Okay, so this isn't just a little experiment anymore. It's becoming core.
Definitely core to operations for many.
So, okay, loads of tools, high adoption rates. But the big question, and the article gets into this, is what's the actual payoff? The bottom line impact.
Right. Because adoption is one thing, results are another. And the article really pivots to the tangible business impact, the measurable benefits.
Like they give examples.
They do. Take Semrush, for example.
Yeah.
Big name in SEO.
Sure.
It's automating a ton of SEO tasks. Keyword research, finding content gaps, checking competitors.
The stuff that takes ages manually.
Exactly. And the impact. They found it cuts down that manual work by a huge 75%.
75%. Wow.
And crucially, boosts organic traffic by 45%. Those are serious efficiency gains.
That's massive. And not just saving time, but getting better results, too.
Precisely. And it's not just about efficiency, it's also scalability. They mentioned ContentShake, too.
All right. What's the story there?
It helps businesses scale up their blogs, their social media, but without needing to hire, tons of writers.
So doing more with less, essentially.
Kind of, yeah. And the result they're seeing, a 59% increase in click-through rates.
Yeah.
Better engagement.
59% CTR lift. That's impressive.
Very. And then you've got the really big players, like Microsoft Azure AI, its contribution. 13% of Azure's overall 31% revenue growth in Q2 2025.
Okay, so that's serious revenue impact at the highest level.
Absolutely. And it's saving clients huge amounts of time, like Qualcomm over 2,400 hours per month in manual tasks. Gone.
2,400 hours every month.
Yeah. So the ROI, the return on investment, it's clearly there. It's proving its value in real dollars and hours saved.
It's easy to see those big wins for giants like Microsoft, but what about smaller businesses? Is this AI wave just for the big guys? The article touches on that, right?
It does, and it's a really important point. It highlights this economic shift. These tools are getting much more accessible.
Oh, so?
Well, a key detail is the cost of using underlying models, like ChatGPT. The integration token prices, down 30% since just 2023.
30% drop. Okay, that's significant.
It's a game changer. It means these powerful AI tools aren't just for enterprises anymore. Small, medium businesses, even freelancers, can now afford and access them.
That really lowers the barrier to entry, doesn't it?
Massively. Which leads to the next logical question.
Where's the smart money going?
Exactly. If everyone can access it, where are the strategic investments being made? Market Pulse points to three main themes.
Okay, what's the first one?
Theme one is the platform leaders. These are companies where AI isn't just bolted on, it's deeply embedded.
Like who?
Think Semrush again. Salesforce, Adobe. Their AI is integral to their whole offering.
And they're performing well.
Consistently high ROI, strong performance. Because AI is core to what they deliver.
Right, so it's foundational for them. That makes sense. What's theme two?
Theme two is no-code AI tools. This is really interesting.
And ContentShake, you mentioned.
Exactly like ContentShake.
No.
These tools let smaller teams without coding experts, compete effectively. They can leverage AI without needing specialized skills.
So it's democratizing AI power in a way.
That's a great way to put it, democratizing it.
Okay, and the third theme?
AI literacy in ecosystems. This is about companies, maybe like IBM Watson Marketing, that focus on training, transparency, governance.
Building trust, basically.
Exactly. Building trust and understanding around how AI is used. That's critical for long-term adoption.
Makes sense. You need people to trust the tools and know how to use them responsibly.
Absolutely. And speaking of trust in the investment sense, Market Pulse had this fascinating backtest insight.
Oh, yeah. What did that show?
They looked back, 2020 to 2025. If you held stocks like Semrush, Salesforce, Adobe, those platform leaders, just for 20 days right after their earnings reports, you consistently beat the market. They showed a compound annual growth rate, CAGR, of 10.5%.
So growing over 10% per year on average, just holding for those short periods.
Right. And maybe even more impressive, a Sharpe ratio of 0.94.
Okay, Sharpe ratio. Remind us what that means in simple terms.
Sure. It basically measures your return compared to the risk you took. How much bang are you getting for your buck, risk-wise?
And 0.94 is?
Very high. It signals really strong risk-adjusted returns. These weren't just lucky bets. They were consistently good investments relative to their volatility.
So the market is clearly rewarding these AI-centric strategies. That's strong validation.
Definitely a strong vote of confidence from the market.
But, it can't all be positive. Every big tech shift has its downsides, its hurdles. The article addresses the skepticism too, right?
It does, yeah. It doesn't ignore the challenges. There's real distrust out there. They cite that 28% of U.S. adults don't trust AI-generated results.
Almost a third. That's a significant hurdle for adoption.
It is. And it's made worse by security risks. Apparently, 35% of employees are using their own paid AI tools instead of the ones their company provides.
Ah, the shadow IT problem, using unapproved tools.
Exactly. Creates potential vulnerabilities, data leaks, all sorts of issues.
So how do we deal with the distrust and the security risks? What's the solution offered?
The key seems to be adopting human-in-the-loop processes.
Human in the loop, meaning?
Meaning AI does the initial work, maybe generates content, but a human reviews it, refines it, approves it, ensures quality, accuracy, alignment.
Okay, so AI assists, but humans have the final say. That makes sense for building trust, but is that enough on its own? The article also mentioned transparent sourcing.
Right. That's crucial, too. It's about being clear how the content was created. Was AI involved? How? Who reviewed it?
And this ties into EEAT.
Perfectly. Google's EEAT principles: experience, expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness. By being transparent and having that human oversight, you build credibility. You show your work, essentially.
It's that combination, AI efficiency, but backed by human integrity and transparency.
That seems to be the winning formula presented.
So looking ahead, what's the article's big takeaway, the final verdict?
Well, the conclusion is pretty stark, actually. AI in digital marketing. It's not optional anymore.
Not a nice to have, but a must have.
A fundamental necessity. If you want to stay competitive, you need to be leveraging AI.
And the growth projections? They must be pretty big if it's that essential.
Huge. The article forecasts the AI marketing industry hitting $107 billion by 2028.
Wow. 107 billion. That's explosive growth in just a few years.
It really is. And the company's set to lead this. They'll be the ones with their own proprietary AI tools.
Okay. Having unique tech.
And mastering that smart blend. Automation where it makes sense, combined with essential human oversight and judgment where it counts.
That balance seems key. Not just tech, not just humans, but the intelligent combination.
Exactly. Which brings us to maybe a final thought, something for you listening to really consider.
Go on.
Think about how understanding this whole shift empowers you. It's not just about maybe investing or, changing your marketing tactics if you're in that field.
What else?
It's also about becoming a more critical consumer of the information you see every day. so much of it might be AI generated soon, if not already.
Hmm. Yeah.
So how do you evaluate that content? How do you understand where it came from? And maybe most importantly, how do you recognize that vital, irreplaceable role of human integrity within this whole AI revolution? Something to mull over.